Aloha, everybody. Mahalo for joining me for another exciting and head scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. Today, I am going to read a case to you. It's about two young men, one named David Dewitt, age 21, and Bruce Gerling, age 20. These two young men disappeared or vanished on 10/9/49 on Flattop Mountain in Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado. Okay, to start with, college students in Colorado can enjoy the great outdoors without driving hundreds of miles. 11 Colorado A&M students decided to go on a big adventure to Rocky Mountain National Park in October of 1949. The group had decided they would hike a trail over the 12,300 foot flat top mountain, making their start point at Grand Lake and ending their trip at Bear Lake. Everything about the A&M excursion started very well. On Sunday afternoon, for reasons that are not clear, two of the students got separated from the main group. David Dewitt of Arvada, Colorado, and Bruce Gerling from Phoenix, Arizona. It wasn't until late Monday afternoon that the others realized the two had not arrived at the designated location. They notified authorities. As SAR teams were being assembled, the Park Service was closing the mountain to travelers because a fierce snowstorm was hitting Rocky Mountain Park. Rangers set up a base camp at Bear Lake, 6 miles from Estes Park. 1 second here. Okay, I gotta get situated. It's kind of hard to read when you got one hand up. Anyway, a search was initiated, and almost immediately, a call for assistance was made to the Army at Camp Carson in Colorado Springs. 14 hand-picked men, specially trained for extreme winter operations, responded to the SAR call. After one arduous week of searching, sometimes searching in unbearable conditions, the chief ranger for Rocky Mountain Park, Rocky Mountain Park, Barton Herschler, I guess I got that right, or Hershaller, something like that. But anyway, met with Lieutenant E.C. Here goes another one. Gluckzinski, commander of the dispatch army team. The two men came to the conclusion that they had searched every conceivable location where David and Bruce could have been. Both commanders agreed to terminate the search. They explained that the hands and feet of searchers were frostbitten by the severe cold and strong winds, and they feared that David and Bruce couldn't have survived the conditions. The leaders also expressed concern for the safety of the SAR teams as another reason to terminate the search. David and Bruce have never been found. Okay, once again, this is exactly what I was talking about in my last video about people who fall behind or get ahead of a group that they're traveling with. If you're going to go into a national park, you always have to stay within that group. You never want to fall behind or get ahead. Like, let's just say, for example, you tell the group that you with, they probably, stop to, rest a little bit, and you tell them, well, I'm still, got a little energy, so I'm gonna run ahead, or jog ahead, and around this bend, and I'll meet you at the big tree with the red leaves. Okay, they rest up, they get up, they start jogging towards what he said he was gonna be, he or she. They're not there. Okay, now they may be thinking that they probably kept going and probably was going to meet him up the trail. They start looking. They're never found. Then they call the police or whatever the case may be. Okay, but like I said before, if you're gonna be in a group, you gotta stay within that group because the ones who end up going out of sight of the people that they with are the ones that mainly be they mainly be the ones that disappear. Okay, now let's just say they want to cut through some brush to get to a certain point a lot faster. But somewhere between point A and point B, that's when they vanish. Now, the way I think, knowing that I'm a paranormal nut, I'm thinking that either a portal had opened up on cue. Now, now they say energy is unseeable to the naked eye, and portals are energy. So that means they didn't see the portal open up in front of them. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe it opened up on cue. They walked right into it, and they either fell into a void where there was no air, or they ended up in another dimension or on another Earth, that they didn't recognize. So they probably had to be, they were forced to live a new life, somewhere else on another planet or on another Earth, that rotates on the same multi-dimensional space-time continuum. Who knows? But that's the way I'm thinking. Okay, there was no evidence of foul play. There was no evidence of a Bigfoot. And of course they didn't say nothing about that, regardless of if there was or not. But I mean, when all logic fails and all the evidence falls to the wayside as far as what it could have been, the only thing you have left is the unknown and the crazy questions, the ones that no one wants to actually ask. Like, okay, maybe there was a portal that opened up and they walked right through it. Maybe they was abducted by aliens on the way to the area where they were supposed to meet at, that lake. But that's never talked about. So that leaves open a lot of questions or what it could be or what may have happened to them. And once you stop talking about what could have happened on a logical sense, then you have to think illogically. Most people don't want to think of that because a lot of people don't believe in that stuff. So you're left with a lot of questions why these people are either living their life on another Earth, and you just left with a lot of questions. But I'm just saying. But that's all I got for that story. I am going to continue to read another one. I'm going to see if I can get another one in. There's a couple of stories that I really want to get to. And then there's a special one that I've heard a lot about, and this is about the little boy I mentioned, I think in one of my last videos, I think that my second to last or the most recent one, about a young boy named Jerry Adadero who disappeared in 1999 in Colorado, near the Poudre River. That's a special case. That's a real long chapter, so I gotta really read that and get some detail and try to incorporate it into my videos. So I will definitely be reading that as soon as I can get a chance to really get into the minutia of the data dealing with his case, and then I will, read it for you guys and post my videos. Okay, but always imparting. Aloha, mahalo, and a hui ho. Peace.